What up? That's Miss Squad, and welcome back, guys. Here's your boy Sean.
And your girl, Mel.
All right, guys, here we go. All right, so Karmelo Anthony parents play the victim in outrageous interview while Anthony supporters cry. It's out of hand. It's getting out of hand, guys. This is really getting out of hand. So we found this inside the comment section. You guys said we need to take a look at it. So we're going to go ahead and dive into it. But first, go ahead and smash that like button and turn on that notification bell so you guys are notified next time we upload. Here we go. Let's see what we got.
The bullshit that is coming out of the Karmelo Anthony supporters team is rank. I honestly can't believe my eyes. Like, they're acting like they're the victims. They're acting like Karmelo Anthony was stabbed by Austin Metcalf, who got off. That's exactly how they're acting. That's not what Karmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf, taking this 17-year-old's life in an instant over nothing. He went into Austin's track and field tent during a track meet. They told him to leave because he wasn't part of their school. Each school had their own tent, though Karmelo Anthony's school apparently didn't have a tent for some reason. But that's not why he was there. It did begin to rain, but he was there intentionally provoking people. He obviously went into that tent looking for a fight because he went armed with a knife that was not a little Swiss Army knife like Jasmine Crockett and her ridiculous crowd of woke warriors were suggesting in their Zoom call the other day. And he then dared Austin to lay hands on him to make him leave the tent. Austin did lay hands on him in a way that was not violent in any way, barely moved him at all. And as soon as he touched Karmelo Anthony, Anthony plunged that knife into Austin's heart, killing him. That's what happened. The jury saw autopsy photos that were so gruesome, they recoiled in horror. Their jaws dropped that showed a 2.5-inch gaping wound where his heart was. He stabbed him so severely and deeply, forgive me, but it went through the heart, testified the medical examiner, and punctured the bone behind.
Oh my gosh.
This wasn't an accident. He didn't accidentally hit the heart instead of something else. He didn't nick him. He plunged that knife deep into Austin's heart, and it is obvious meant to kill him. No one's that much of an idiot walking around that they wouldn't understand that would cause instant death. And now his family and their supporters are playing the victim and the race card as if there's some doubt in this. We know he did it. We know he did it. And can I tell you, it's not just like, I'm going to show you the soundbite of some lunatic guy who's run for city council out there 4 times, never getting more than 6% of the vote. His name is Devonte Peters. You're an idiot. It's also people like Jasmine Crockett, who, okay, I mean, we all have strong feelings about her. I'm sorry that I keep saying she's representing Houston. She's representing the Dallas area. All my Houstonian fans are like, for the love of God, please stop doing that, MK. I apologize. I don't know why I have such a mental block on it. She's from Houston. That's why she was like born there, or when she was young, she was there. In any event, she doesn't represent Houston, and she's not going to represent Dallas long either. She's been redistricted out of her seat. She ran for Senate. She failed. And so now she's trying to make it, I guess, as a social media commentator. I'm not sure what the fuck she's doing. Sorry, forgive me. She is just vile, but she's not a complete idiot. She went to law school. She went to a very Tony private school before law school, something much better and nice and more expensive and fancy than probably what you or I went to, for sure, what I went to. And then she decided to get all street. You know, we've walked you through it. The Benny Johnson tape is amazing. And but she's not a dope. She was a practicing lawyer. So she's got some legal education too. This woman is out there trying to pretend, like I said, that it was like a Swiss Army knife. Wait, if you've seen a Swiss Army knife, it doesn't have a real knife to it. It's almost like a nail clipper. That's not, we just put the knife on the board that Karmelo Anthony used. It's a dagger. It's a dagger. You could gut a fish or a human with this in seconds.
Wow.
And that's what Karmelo Anthony did for nothing. Here, I want to play, I'll kick it off with her, but I got to get to the parents. But since I'm on Jasmine Crockett, 25B. Listen to her.
If a 300-pound man is beating me, like on top of me and beating me down, I'm not limited to fist. You know, I would argue that even the only time we go into things like people's hands being considered deadly weapons is typically like if they're a professional boxer or that kind of stuff. But I think by the time you start getting to like football player, good argument. Good freaking argument. We're not talking about like the golfers. We're talking about football players, right? Like this is what they are trained to do, is to inflict like serious physical contact. And it's my understanding that the decedent was.
All right, let's stop it right there for a minute. Because this is going too many ways.
I know someone personally who was in a situation where they had to stab a person and winded up stabbing the person in the heart and winded up killing the person. But they got off in self-defense because there was proof that the person had to fight for their life to get the 200 and some pound person off of them. Like when we went to the bail review, you could see physical evidence of a fight for your life. You know, if someone is trained in the monster that they say that they're trying to paint Metcalf out to be, if he would have beat this boy, Anthony, there would have been physical evidence in that mugshot to show that that boy had to fight for his life.
Yeah,
there was no physical evidence.
I just don't see the evidence.
There was none.
And where he got to use excessive force like that. Because at the end of the day, if you got a knife in your hand and someone put their hands on you, can slash them. You don't have to, plunge into their organs all up in here.
He didn't have a knife in his hand. He had the knife in his backpack.
In his bag, and it's in his backpack.
But why would you have a knife in that tent like that? Like, I don't know.
I just don't understand because they're not releasing the footage. They closed the public out of the courtrooms. People need to hear this stuff.
Yeah.
Because now people are just trying to pick what they want to pick. Let people see the footage. I want to see the footage on the field where this thing, opened up. Don't close it off.
Common sense isn't common. Some people don't have the ability to like put things together. But if Karmelo Anthony was fighting for his life, there would have been some physical evidence.
I gotta see some proof.
That he,
I gotta see some ripped clothes. I gotta see some blood on you.
A black eye, something.
Something.
Give us something. But his face was clear. No, it didn't there were no scratches or anything to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he had to take the knife and jab it into Austin's heart.
Here we go.
They weren't 300 pounds. Austin wasn't 300 pounds. Devontae was a large man. He wasn't some shrinking violet. And he provoked the entire encounter. How dare she try to analogize
Who's
this?
Devontae?
Karmelo.
Did she say Devontae?
Sorry, Devontae. I'm going to get to him in a second.
Okay, I was lost.
Karmelo. How dare she try to pretend that this is a situation in which a man was beating a woman, a huge football player was beating a woman who felt no choice was available but to defend herself with a knife. This is it's utter nonsense what she's saying. And she's intentionally stoking the fires, which don't need any more stoking, Jasmine. Leave the national stage. We're tired of your 2 minutes and your stupid street affect.
Wow.
You don't talk like that. Even here, she was playing it up. She doesn't talk like this. She's just leaning in because she thinks it's going to give her cred. It's going to give her some sort of cred with some faction who's out there listening. Okay, great. Good luck reinventing yourself. You have no career in front of you. Go back to practicing law, maybe. Seems like they need some lawyers down in your hometown. Here's this guy, Devontae Peters, who I mentioned, never received over 6% of the vote, but amazingly did get some percentage the 4 times he ran for city council in Dallas. This is vile. This guy, of course, has a holistic health store that he runs in his spare time because he's all about wellness and like bringing the mind body together. Sure, Devontae. He left the courthouse and posted on social media, just left, and any white person can get it. I don't give a fuck. Then he goes on to say, fuck it. Dig Austin Metcalf up and stab his ass again.
No way. Who the hell said that?
Jeez.
People that lost their damn mind. He really said that?
The scary part is we're in a world. We take up space with people who are just crazy as hell.
I'm just
you
so...
can bump into any one of these people at any given time because you don't know who they are with these types of mindsets. Most of them are behind the keyboard.
But this the world that we have to live in, raise our children in. This is the world.
Absolutely.
This is terrible. Here we go, guys. I won't stop anymore. Here we go.
Where is your soul?
I cannot believe this.
What's wrong with him? Seriously, like, and it's not just him. Okay, the parents of Karmelo Anthony go on their own little media tour last night. Was their message, we're so sorry for the Metcalf family. This is a tragedy all around because, of course, we're sad that we've lost our son too, but we know what he did was wrong. You know, he's sorry. No, they had a very, very different message. Take a listen here. They sat down with Front Page News and Mimi Brown, SOT 27.
So do you believe your son received a fair trial?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And we're going to keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
We will not stop fighting for justice for my son.
Can you stop that
And
for
as
a second?
parents,
That is some crocodile tears. I'm so sorry. But as a mom, I'm going to get my son the best lawyer. I want the absolute best team that I can have for $600,000. There is no way you started off with a public defender for your child. That's
public
crazy.
defender. Everybody know in the hood, if you get a public defender, you lost
You're
already.
done.
You're done.
You're cooked.
That sounds you learned a long time ago. You basically saying that, you know what? Yeah, I'm guilty, but you know, you go ahead in there and fight for me. I already know I'm gonna lose.
Like, where's
Come
the
on,
kid?
man.
Like,
600,000. So where did it go to? Why raise
a
money?
new home and a new car.
You're gonna raise money for a new home and a new car, and say, you know what, son?
If I truly believe that my child is innocent, I am getting the best look. Now, if I feel like my child is guilty, I may just spend that money. Like, I already know you're guilty.
Yeah, but that's the
I'm gonna keep that
said it.
money and get this house and this car because you deserve to do that time. But if she truly in her heart felt like her child was innocent, she would have lawyered up.
I don't understand.
She would have lawyered up.
This is just so confusing.
The parents would have lawyered up, point blank, period.
Wow.
have you all struggled with guilt, asking yourselves, is there anything differently? I know, Kayla, you said you wish you had gone to that track meet. Is there anything that you both wish you could have done differently?
I wish I would have just been rebellious. I was told, don't talk to this person. Don't talk to this person. I feel like it was just a setup. Now, so they told us, go get white attorneys. Every black person I went to a white attorney. No white attorney, they set them up. Pushed them. Hey, here you go. I mean, no objections. It was things smooth stuff because as a father of me being who I am, I got to make sure she's straight. This mama bad. I got to make sure she's straight mentally because if she's not straight, my house ain't straight. I'm not straight. Then so because I got the kids to worry about.
I couldn't understand anything he said.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hold up, brother. So basically,
Did he say that they told him not to get a black lawyer?
I don't know. It was too muffled, but at the end of the day, Anthony Karmelo was looking up to you, the father. So in a way, you should hold some of this responsibility because you gotta know how to teach and groom your child. You gotta know this.
If I know my child is innocent,
Carrying a weapon, you gotta know, listen, man, you can't use that, right?
Lawyered up.
You cannot use that and take someone's life. And I don't feel like that child, Karmelo Anthony, life was in danger. In my mind as a black man, your life was not in danger, bro. You could have sprinted out of there, man. Get out of there, man. Damn.
So what he's upset about is that he wasn't more rebellious when friends of his told him to get a white attorney. He's mad. He's mad they didn't play the race card. That's what he's mad about. I said it yesterday. I stand by it. This guy's a race hustler. He's a race hustler. He would not have hired the Dominique Alexander character who's been pushing the race buttons from the beginning on this case if he weren't. And the mother, we are going to fight for justice for my son. What do you say? Justice was administered against your son as the perpetrator of this crime. Who do you think you're fooling? The outrage of this. They're turning the entire narrative on its head. You're the defendants. Austin is the victim, not the other way around. What the hell is this? Can you imagine? Imagine for 1 second if a white teenager, if Austin Metcalf had plunged that knife for no reason into the heart of Karmelo Anthony and then was found guilty of murder appropriately. Imagine the backlash to white parents coming out there saying, I will fight for justice for my son. We were told that we should get black lawyers, and I wish we'd been more rebellious. And then all these white people coming out and being like, that boy should be dug up and we should stick a knife in him again. What? Can you imagine the societal backlash?
But we do see this. Can you stop
and the number
this?
of papers it would be.
What Megan is describing, we have seen this over and over and over and over again. It happens. It happens on both sides. It happens on both sides. She's just describing something we have seen so many times where people will try to turn the victim into the darn.
We just seen it.
You know.
With the child case. And I don't want to jump off track, but come on.
It's not right on any side. It's horrible.
Anybody in their right mind knows that. If you chase somebody down, that is not self-defense. And take that young man's life. Where's that same energy? Give me the same energy. Give me the same energy.
Is this
that was a child.
Chad the Builder to provoke that fight with that man and then think that you could provoke someone and go and shoot that person or take a... Basically, Karmelo Anthony is like Chud the Builder in this case. And there were people who raised money for Chud. It's the same thing. We're seeing it over and over again. And we see these people think that they're right. And all of this race war stuff is horrible.
I mean, people are stirring it up.
I'm seeing the same
case stirring this up
over and over and over again.
They stirring it up.
Chud, wrong. Carmelo Anthony, wrong. Wrong.
When you're wrong, you're wrong. There's no right in it.
We can see you were the instigator. We can't make him right if he's wrong.
And a couple more. The other guy that was in a Texas school that stabbed a student, he got away with 10 years. You know, so where's that same energy at?
It's the same
where's
thing
that
over and over again.
You know, people pointing out all this stuff. But this is the same thing that just happened with less time.
As she was speaking, I'm like, wait a minute. This is the same story over and over and over again.
This is not right.
And people are jumping on the side of the person who looks like them.
You know, that's what it's all about.
Rendering aid to people who you know are wrong.
I see black people defending Karmelo Anthony. Then I see white people defending Austin Metcalf. And really, someone lost their life. So the person that lost their life is the victim, period. You can't make Karmelo Anthony to be the victim.
You can't. Just like you can't make Chud to be the victim.
Right. Like, come on, man.
It's the same
thing. It is. Here we go.
And we have deep examinations and how wrong we've gone as a society. What school did he go to? Who taught him this nonsense? Who are the family spokespeople? These are all white supremacists. That's what we'd be hearing. Nothing is being said about this family. Oh, politely looking the other way. Let's just ignore.
No,
which is also
we can't
soft bigotry of low
ignore.
expectations. Oh, they're too low life. They're too stupid. We have to ignore their blatant racism. Bullshit. They should be held to the same standard as the rest of us. And what they're saying and doing is vile and disgusting and racist. This is so gross. This family's had enough to deal with. The Metcalfs. They're the victims. They're the only victims. You're not victims.
I agree.
You raised a boy who has zero empathy and apparently is a sociopath. You have yourselves to blame for that. Yourselves, not society, not whites, not your friends who told you to get a white lawyer. They were so without character. They abandoned their son when the sentencing came down. They were like, guilty, we're out. They didn't stand there in the courtroom. They didn't return to the courtroom when the sentencing came down. The mother took the stand. She said, boo-hoo, please have mercy on my boy. And then they asked the one question, does he regret what he did? Yeah, he regrets. That's it. That's all she was able to come up with. Not even like a story about how he regrets, the number of tears he shed, what he's said about Austin and how bad he feels. Nothing. The perfunctory, regrets. Check. And then she was out of there. He had to stand alone for the actual sentencing that came down. That's who they are. Thanks for watching this clip.
Wow.
If you're new here, subscribe.
Wow.
That's sad.
That is really sad. It's like,
that's why I said, the tears, they just seem like crocodile tears,
Yeah, it's like.
There's nothing genuine about it.
Because if you felt like that with all those tears and stuff, you should have felt like that at the very beginning. And give it your all. And I feel like these people dropped the ball.
They had enough money to get this child the best.
$600,000 is enough
lawyer
to get him a good lawyer, so you can at least
for a high profile case.
Yeah. Come on. But like I said before, this is being stirred up. Even though the verdict is out and everybody know what's going on. It's over. But hey, afterwards, this is the aftermath that we got to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
The after effects. We still got to deal with this stuff. People got a lot to say.
I just couldn't imagine what this family is going through, having to have buried their son and now be attacked like this.
That's not right.
And now to have to go through being threatened.
Death threats.
When we're just parents sending our children to school.
That's it.
So we send our kids to school and have them, be with the public. That's why, I'm starting to think public schools, and I'm starting to think about homeschooling a lot more.
Yeah.
Because what parent want to have, go through something like this? You send your kid to school just to have them murdered and to have your whole family be threatened.
That is not right. That's not right. That is not right. And I feel like they went through enough, and these people need to be left alone.
Leave these people
alone.
No
dirty emails, no, mail and, like text messages and people calling you and stuff. Leave these people alone. They went through enough. And
if the father is upset, let him be upset. He has the right.
His child is gone.
If he wants to vent and go out there and speak publicly, let him do that. He has the right to be angry. Let him get it out. They had to bury their child. Karmelo Anthony could still appeal this case. He can do it the right way. Do it the lawful way. Get a better lawyer.
Right.
If he feels in his heart that he's innocent as he's claiming to be, and as we see, the evidence shows otherwise, but if this family feels like they're, innocent, do it the right way. Don't take the GoFundMe money and buy luxury things. Take the GoFundMe money and get the right legal team.
Yes, because, you know, that money was raised for Carmelo Anthony, not to go get new Chanel bags, new rims, a new truck, a booming system, and all this crazy stuff. You know, like, and that 600,000 can help him throughout the sentence because he's gonna need commissary. He's gonna need, you know, stuff. He's gonna need stuff in jail.
And he has no money. He filed an appeal, and I guess he said, you know, I don't know how that goes, but basically they're saying like he has no money.
And now you got people got to step up and put out more money. You know, so this is just like a tragedy. This is just, you know,
is tearing us all apart.
And you know, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and this is what people need to realize. I don't care if you're black or you're white. The devil do not care who he
doesn't
picks.
discriminate.
He just comes, and then he stir it all up, and then he get people all wound up and wanting to kill and fight and hurt people. It's crazy. There's nothing but the devil.
Absolutely, no one sees the real problem.
Right.
The demons, the good and evil that we fight each and every day.
Each and every
we have
day.
To stay prayed up, y'all.
Each and every day.
This could have been any one of us in a situation like this.
Any one of us.
We have to stay prayed up. We have to pray for our kids.
We got to pray for them. We got to teach them. We got to show them. Because, you know, we got 2 young sons. And this is a perfect example. They got a VR where they talk to other children out in the world. We don't know their color. We don't know nothing about them, but we just hear them talking. And if they say anything wrong, we correct them right then and there. You don't say that.
Yeah, we have to monitor our children.
You do not say that. Apologize. Take that back. So they can go out in this world and know how to conduct themselves in society today. And that's the bottom line. Teach your kids to keep their hands to themselves. Don't take no one's life unless your life is really, really, really in danger, which I doubt that child's life is not in danger. Not at all.
We're dealing with people who are not in good mental health.
Right.
Like, if I have to like push you, I'm not expecting you to kill me, but we have to prepare our children for situations like this. We can't think that everyone has common sense or decency. We have to tell our kids, keep your hands to yourself.
Please keep your hands to yourself.
Because we live in a world with people who don't have the heart or the common sense or the decency. We're living in a world with people who will, if you push them, they'll pull out a gun and shoot you to death. Or stab you.
You can be in road rage. You can cut somebody off and then they cut you at the light. And then
shoot
bang.
you to death. That is what we're living in. We have to prepare our children.
Come on, man.
And not think that they're supposed to automatically know.
And someone got to be calm. Be calm. Don't have a quick temper. Don't just jump off the roof. Just think about this. Because every decision you make comes with a consequence. So be ready for that.
Absolutely.
And I know this child wish that he can take this back. I know he's sitting in that cell like, I wish I would have done something different.
Yeah.
But it's too late. When the damage is done, you cannot go back in time and fix this.
And they didn't even let the boy speak to at least get on the stand and apologize.
Have some type of sympathy, some remorse. Something in your heart to know that this is wrong. That guilty conviction is just all on your heart. You can't do that. This is America. Smarten up. We all know what it is. We all have seen it time and time again. How many times do we need to see this until we catch the hell on? Catch on.
Absolutely.
Stop acting like you're just oblivious to what the hell is going on. Your skin color tells it all, okay? Let's just be real about it, okay?
And when people see us, they may automatically see us and think something negative because that's all you see in the media. All you see
what it is, man.
Are people jumping around,
Going in. That's just what it is.
Cussing and screaming, being disrespectful. So it makes it hard for good people.
Yes.
Of this race.
Thank you, baby.
Who knows how to deal with these situations.
And know how to navigate through life.
Yeah.
And avoid these type of problems. You're not ready to go to war, man. I'm trying to tell you. You're not ready for this. You're not ready for that. Act like you got some sense, man. Get yourself together. Guys, we got to go ahead and sign off. Peace and blessings to everybody. Absolutely. No matter who you are. We always end our videos off with love, peace, and blessings, man. Come on.
Absolutely.
Put a cap on it. It's over. Let the justice system handle it. We up out of here, guys. Peace, love, and blessings.
Peace.